All right, so now we've talked about some terms. We've learned about tonic, which refers to the one chord in any given key. We've learned the term subdominant, which refers to the four chord in any given key. And we've learned the term dominant in any given key, which is the five chord. So now let's just play around. Let's listen to how these chords interact. We'll learn more about chord progressions in later videos. But for the moment, we're just going to listen to, and I'm going to identify, the chords in a given key. And you can hear the melody go along with it, and you can hear how the melody wants to move in a specific direction. Now, we're going to start with just the tonic and the subdominant. And so we're talking about the one chord and the four chord. And those are the only two chords we're going to alternate between. We're going to start with one, then to four, back to one, back to four, back to one. And we're going to go from there. So let's begin. Okay, now we stopped at four at the subdominant, and in that song you felt like it needed to go somewhere. There needed to be some resolution, something that just indicated we are in this key, which incidentally is D major with two sharps, C major, with C sharp, and F sharp. But we kind of were left a little bit like we need to go somewhere. And it wasn't quite enough just using the tonic and the subdominant. And this is really where the dominant comes into play. And when the dominant comes into play, we know which key we're in, we firmly hear it, and we firmly want to hear a resolution back to tonic. So you're going to hear what I mean, and we're going to play that 1-4, 1-4 idea, but then something's going to change, and you're going to hear the dominant, and you're going to hear that it wants to resolve back home to tonic, to 1. So let's begin. Okay, here we go. To dominant. Back to tonic. Back home. Now, let's try an experiment, and let's use our ears and see if the piece sounds resolved if we go to anything other than a one chord, the tonic, after using the dominant chord, which is 5. Okay? So instead of resolving back to 1 after I play the 5 chord, and you'll hear it, we're going to play a different chord altogether. So here we go. Oh, are we resolved though yet? We can keep going. Five dominant. Now let's go ahead and resolve it and take it home. Did you hear how we really wanted to pull back to that tonic? We don't hear 5 and then we go to something else completely different. It sounds good, but it's not a resolution. 5 really wants to take us back home. 5, 1. 5, 1. All right, in the next video, we're going to take a fun little piece that you have probably heard the music for if you're an older audience. If you're a younger audience, maybe not. But we're going to see how the 1, 4, and 5 work together. And we're going to learn about a substitution chord that works to substitute for the subdominant and the dominant. And we're going to go from there. See you soon.